Hey guys, this is Steve from the Ting Makerspace, and today I'll be showing you how to use our 3D printer. We'll have you take an assessment after this video, so be sure to pay close attention to what I'm going over. This is our 3D printer. It's a Lulzbot Mini, which is a great hobby printer. Great for making toys, figurines, small parts, and other trinkets. The Lulzbot Mini is restricted to printing within a 6x6 by 6 inch frame, and we limit it to only printing 3mm thick PLA filament. The PLA filament is a plant-based filament, so when it's heated up and extruded through the nozzle, it will not produce any toxic fumes or smells. This filament will give us a sturdy 3D printed structure, and we have a wide variety of different colors to choose from too. Let me show you how to operate it. First thing we do is turn on the Lulzbot. For this machine and a couple others in the Makerspace, we have a recursion system. That means that only authorized users are able to turn on the machine. This is for safety purposes. While this machine is a lot of fun to use, the nozzle heats up to 204 degrees Celsius when extruding the filament. First, we'll launch the software that reads and prepares your 3D model. It takes your file, translates it into instructions that the Lulzbot can understand, and finally turns the 3D model into slices that are printed one on top of another. Cura can read STL or OBJ files. Just click Import and find your model. The software will show us the boundary which we can print within and give an idea of what our print will look like. You can also reposition your model on the software by clicking and dragging it. The software will turn your design gray if it goes beyond the boundaries. Repositioning your print could save time, especially if you are printing multiple pieces at once. You can also rotate and scale your model. The software will also give us an estimate of how long it will take to print. The last thing we want to check is if our model has any serious overhangs. If so, we would want to check Enable Support Structure. This will tell the printer to create a thin lattice of filament to hold up the overhanging piece. These support structures can be removed after your print is done. Here are the settings you should use to start printing a project. Under Ease of Use, we want to set that to Beginner. We want to set our material to PLA eSun. And we can choose between a normal, high speed, or high detail print. To begin the printing process, click OK on the settings panel. A control panel pops up with the controls for the 3D printer. Most aren't important since the Lulzbot will align itself to the baseboard once we hit print. Set the head temperature to 204 degrees. That is the ideal temperature for melting the PLA filament. Once the head has preheated, we can choose our filament and insert it into the feeder. Next, we want to lock it in. Go back to the software and hit extrude roughly 5 to 10 times until the filament starts coming out. That's how we know it's locked in properly and ready to print. Using tweezers, remove the extruded filament. Now hit print. Once we hit print, the head will move to the back of the base plate and clean the nozzle. Then it will find each corner of the base plate and align itself. It will heat back up to 204 degrees and begin printing. The first thing that's printed is an outline of the base of your 3D model. Next, it will start printing your design layer by layer until the model is complete. Once your print is finished, the base plate will move all the way to the back of the bot, and the nozzle head will return to its home position to cool down. Once cooled, the base plate will move forward and you can remove your print. The base plate will still be rather hot, so be careful. You will most likely need to use the scraper blade to remove it from the plate. The last thing we need to do is remove the spool of filament. To do so, we must heat the nozzle head back up to 204 degrees so it can be removed without damaging the head. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. Remember to work safely and please leave the equipment in the same way you found it so the next maker can have a great experience too. Welcome to Ting Makerspace Westminster. We can't wait to see what you create.